Alexander the Great, Alexander Ovechkin, has just hit 700 NHL regular season goals, which puts him 194 off of Wayne Gretzky's record of 894 goals. So I have Jack here today with me, and I'm going to ask, can Alex Ovechkin break the unprecedented, untouchable record of Wayne Gretzky?
Can he? Yes. Will he? I think he will. I do think he will. This guy's an absolute machine. No signs of slowing down. I mean, he's 34 right now, so obviously he's not going to be scoring this much at 40. But I see him as one of those guys who plays until they absolutely cannot anymore. And the way he's producing, I don't see how he wouldn't hit it, honestly.
Yeah. I think he's got maybe 4 or 5 more seasons. Probably 5 more seasons in him. Playing until he's 39. I think he's gonna hit it as well. I think this year he's gonna rally. He's gonna rally up more goals this year. He's gonna play at least 4 more years. He'll play 35, 36, 37, 38, and then he could even play at 39. Look, he's on pace for 57 this year. Let's say he gets 55-ish. That will have him at about 715 again this season, which will mean he'll have 180 to go. I see at least another 50-goal season within him, which will put him at 130 to go, which is being generous. Maybe 2 40-goal seasons. All of a sudden, we're at 50, and it's very attainable from that point. This guy's a machine, like averaging .61 goals per game over his career. Gretzky averaged .6 goals per game over his career. I think if Ovechkin starts to regress, those numbers will be maybe more in Gretzky's favor in that regard. But this guy isn't slowing down. Like, he's had a couple off years in his career where he had about 30 goals, but other than that, this guy is a monster. Like, he's got the Ovechkin spot on the ice, on that power play. I think he's going to hit it. I'm going to go on record and say he's going to hit it.
Yeah, I think I was looking at this projection here from NHL.com saying if he played until 2024, 2025, they have him at 917 goals. And that's only if he plays until 39. And I don't see this guy retiring anytime before he hits this number. I think he wants it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him playing into his 40s just the way, like, he's an Iron-Man. Like, other than the lockout year, the lowest he's played is 72 games. Other than that, it's 78 games. He's the LeBron James of the NHL, essentially.
Yeah, we should just take a moment to appreciate how fierce of a competitor is and just how amazing it is that he's never... He's like, he throws his body around. Like, he's a gritty forward. He's always one of the leaders from forwards in terms of hits over the course of a season. Like, this guy isn't staying out of contact, and it's amazing. Like, the LeBron James comparison is there in terms of longevity, because playing at the elite MVP caliber level consistently and playing that many games at that level is unbelievable. And as a result, no injuries are going to really hamper his ability to play late on, late in his 30s and maybe even his early 40s. And I was being generous in my projections on goals. This guy is going to hit it. Unless knock on wood, unless an injury hampers his career, this guy is going to hit it. Yeah.
Like, the way he's on pace, he's definitely going to hit it. That's what it looks like. I'm like, my generous prediction had him at 39 scoring like 25 goals a game, 25 goals in a season to hit it. Like, he's going to hit it.
Yeah, I think no one really wants to say it, just to say, oh yeah, he's going to hit it, but...
Yeah, thinking about it beforehand, I didn't think, I don't think he's going to quite get there, but he's on pace to get it, and, if he's eyeing this record, it's not like he doesn't know about this. This is a chance to be immortalized in the hockey record books. Like, people thought that the Gretzky record was untouchable, but, Ovechkin can hit it, and the way the NHL is trending, guys playing less games, I can't see anybody hitting it I can't see anybody hitting it, period. And if anybody does, it's going to be a long time before it happens, because people aren't playing at this level this late in their career. Like, Crosby's had his fair share of injuries, and Connor McDavid doesn't look like, he's unfragile. Like, he has the fragility. He's not going to be able to play that many games, score that many goals, and all that. For that reason, Ovechkin, if he's 41 and he's like 20, 30 goals away, he's going to play another season to try to hit that record. He is going to go until his body says no, and he can't go anymore.
Look how long Yager went, and he'll do whatever it takes. He's getting that record. Something would have to seriously, like, he'd have to have a crazy injury, I think, to really keep him off.
Yeah. I think it's generous to say he's got one more 50-goal season in him. He probably has 2, and then he's probably got another 2 40-goal seasons to go along with that. Looks like the record is going to be his. He's going to be the greatest goal scorer of all time if he isn't already. We were talking before, like maybe even renaming the Rocket Richard after him. He's got 8 Rocket Richard trophies. He'll probably get a 9th one this season. Who knows if he can get more in the future. There's a case, though. There's a case to give him the name. If you didn't know, the Rocket Richard trophy named after Maurice Richard. I believe he was the first player to score 50 goals in 50 games. The reason he was the first, because the NHL used to be only 50 games long, and he was the first guy to score 50 goals in a single season. So that's why it's named after him. I don't think that they'll change it for Ovechkin because, hockey's big on tradition and all that, so they'll probably stick with that. But, there's a discussion for renaming trophies. Like, people these days wouldn't know much about, like, William J. Jennings and guys like that. So there's a case. I just don't think they will. And, the Rocket Richard has that ring to it. The Rocket Richard because of the nickname, Maurice the Rocket Richard. Ovechkin, he's on a great team, which helps him. He's going to have guys like Nick Backstrom giving him assists. If John Carlson keeps up the way he's playing, he's got him giving him assists. I started the day, thinking about recording this, and, like, I didn't think he'd hit it, but the more I think about it, it probably isn't going to be, like, close. He's probably going to pass it by a decent amount. He's going to be in the 900s, maybe, like, around 915-ish.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything to close on?
No, he's going to hit it. Yeah.
He's going to hit it. Let us know what you think about this. If you think Ovechkin's going to hit Wayne Gretzky's record at AmateurPDC on Twitter or Instagram, you can also do so in the comments on the YouTube video where we post every single day at the Amateur Sports Podcast. So keep up to date with that daily content. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All of them are Amateur Sports. And we will see you again tomorrow for another episode.